Hezekiah was glad of them, and shewed them the house of his precious things, the silver and the gold, and the spices, and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. There was nothing in his house, nor in all his dominion, that Hezekiah had not shewed them.
Now, what that scripture brought to my mind is that politicians, kings, and other people in power will be will be glad to show other nations and politicians their stuff, but is that stuff is not everlasting. There was a message that um, Elder Johnson's son, Minister David, gave entitled, "Where is your treasure?" And that is the same question we have to ask ourselves. And the politicians and people in power in the world have to ask themselves, where is their treasure? Because your treasure is either in Yahweh or it's in the world. Now, if it's in the world, once Yahweh comes back, you're not gonna see it. Or if it's in Yahweh, if you have it, you keep it forever, because your treasure in Yahweh is everlasting. Politicians will be glad to show the vaccine. They'll be glad to show how their country or their state is doing. They'll be glad to show all of that stuff. But when it goes wrong, they don't want to show it. They don't want to show it to anybody because it's not glamorous. It's not anything short of a disaster. They'll be glad to show the glamorous stuff, but not the disastrous stuff. They'll be glad to show you Christmas, Halloween. They'll be glad to show you all of the holidays because they are glamorous. But when you tell them what trouble you have to go through as an Israelite, they don't want to hear it. Especially when you tell them you can't eat on the Day of Atonement. They don't want to hear that because they've been fasting to humble yourselves is tough. They don't want to do it, nor do they want to hear it. So we have to ask ourselves and and ask people around us, where is your treasure? And we have to examine ourselves, find out where our treasure is physically, find out where it is spiritual. God will be glad to make religions out of out